So now we are moving to the 15th sum. Delta Limited currently has equity share capital of 10 lakh rupees, consisting of 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each. The company is going through a major expansion plan requiring to raise the funds to the tune of 6 lakhs. To finance the expansion, the management has the following plans. Plan 1, they are going to issue 60,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. Plan 2, they are going to issue 40,000 equity shares of 10 each and the balance through long-term borrowings at 12% interest per annum. Then plan 3, they are going to issue 30,000 equity shares of 10 each and 3,000 rupees 100 9% debentures. Plan 4, they are going to issue 3,000 equity shares of 10 each and the balance through 6% preference shares. The EBIT of the company is expected to be 4 lakh. Assume the corporate tax at the rate of 40%. You have to calculate the earning per share in each of the above plans and ascertain the degree of financial leverage. So here they have mixed two chapters. One is some component of your capital structure along with leverage. So these kind of sums are also expected to come. So let's start. So we are doing the 15th sum. We have our plan 1, then we have plan 2, then we have plan 3 and we have plan 4. So there are 4 different types of plan. And right now what we are going to do is we are going to prepare the capital structure. Now you are having in plan 1, you want to raise 6 lakh rupees and this amount you want to use for your expansion plan. So your first plan is telling that you will issue 60,000 equity shares of 10 each. So you have equity share capital 10 and 6 lakhs you are going to raise through equity share capital. Now plan 2, you will issue 40,000 equity shares of 10 each and so 40,000 equity shares of 10 each, so you are going to raise 4 lakh rupees by way of equity share capital and the balance through long-term borrowings at the rate of 12% interest. So maybe you are going to take a term loan and which will carry 12% of interest, and this is 2 lakhs which you are going to borrow since the net amount you require is 6 lakhs. Now plan 3, you are going to issue 30,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. So 3 lakh rupees you are going to raise by way of equity issue by way of issuing equity shares and 3,100 9% debentures. So 9% debentures having a face value of 100. So 3 lakh you are going to raise by the way of debentures. Now here you will issue 30,000 equity shares of 10 each. So again 3 lakh you are going to raise and balance will be by way of preference share capital. So the preference share capital which will carry 6% rate of dividend. Okay, and we can assume it to be 100 rupees. So the remaining 3 lakhs you are going to raise by issuing the preference share capital. So now what we have done is we have got the capital structure. So the total amount you are going to raise is 6 lakhs under all the plans. So this much we have to understand it. Now once we have done this, then we are able to calculate the operating leverage or financial leverage. Okay, we have to calculate the earning per share. So let us find the number of equity shares. So we have plan 1, plan 2 plan 3, and then we have plan 4. So there are 4 plans. So existing we have 1 lakh equity shares. So existing number of equity shares we are having 1 lakh. So this will be applicable to all the plans. Now we will add the fresh issue of equity shares. So 6 lakh if I divide by 10, so here it will be 60,000 shares. 4 lakh if I divide by 10, it will be 40,000 shares. 30 and 30. So here it will be 30,000 shares, and here it will be 30,000 shares. So now we know that the total number of equity shares, here it will be 1,60,000, here it will be 1,40,000, here it will be 1,30,000, and here it will be 1,30,000. So this much we have found it out. Now under plan 1, plan 2, plan 3 and plan 4, we are going to use the format. So we will apply the format. So sales minus variable cost will give me contribution, minus fixed cost will give me earning before interest and tax, minus interest will give me earning before tax, minus tax will give me earning after tax. Then if there is a preference dividend, I will pay that. So finally I'll get earnings available to equity shareholders. This I will divide by number of equity shares, and finally I'll get earning per share. So the entire data I have filled it up. Now they have told us that the EBIT is 4 lakhs and the tax is 40%. So we don't need this information. So EBIT is 4 lakhs. So we are going to write 4 lakhs. Now we have to see the capital structure. In plan 1, if you see, there is no debt component. So plan 1 will have no interest. So 4 lakh will be the EBT. Then the tax rate is 40%. So tax at 40%. So on 4 lakh we have to pay a tax at the rate of 40%, which is 1,60,000. Then finally we will have 2,40,000. In plan 1 you can see that there is no preference share capital, so there will be no preference dividend. So 2,40,000 will be the earnings available to equity shareholders. This we have to divide by number of equity shares, which is 1,60,000 shares. And finally we are going to get the earning per share, which is 1.5. Now we have to see the plan 2, that is the capital structure for plan 2. You have a term loan of 2 lakhs and you have to pay interest at the rate of 12%. So you have to pay 24,000 as the interest. So this 24,000 I'll subtract. 4 lakh minus 24,000. So we have 3,76,000. On this 40% tax, it is 150,400. Finally, we will have 225,600. Now plan 2, we don't have any preference share capital, so there will be no preference dividend. So 225,600. Now we will divide by number of equity shares, which is 1,40,000 shares. So finally we are going to get 1.61 as our earning per share. Now plan 3. Plan 3, we have 3 lakh worth debentures and 9% we have to pay the interest. So 27,000 we have to pay interest. So 4 lakh minus 27,000, so 3,73,000. On this 40% tax, so 149,200. Then we will have 223,800. Now plan 3, there is no preference dividend. So there is no preference share capital, so there will be no preference dividend. So 223,800. Then number of equity shares, we have 1,30,000 shares. So divide by 1,30,000 shares, so 1.72 will be our earning per share. Now plan 4. In plan 4 there is no debt component, but there is preference share capital. So no interest will be there. 4 lakh. On this 4 lakh I have to pay 40%, so 1,60,000. So this will be 2,40,000. Now I have to pay preference dividend. So on 3 lakhs I have to pay 6% preference dividend. So 18,000 is the preference dividend which I need to pay. So 2,40,000 minus 18,000, so 2,22,000. Now this we are going to divide by number of equity shares, which is 1,30,000 shares. And finally I am going to get the earning per share, which is 1.71. So yes, we are able to find the EPS. Now we have to find the degree of financial leverage. So for plan 1, first we'll write the formula. Financial leverage, we have two formulas. One is EBIT divided by EBT, and other formula is EBIT divided by EBT minus the preference dividend, and this you have to divide by 1 minus tax. So for plan A, 1, 2, 3 and plan 4, we are going to use this formula. Now EBIT I have 4 lakhs and EBT is 4 lakhs. So EBIT is 4 lakhs, EBT is 4 lakhs. So 4 lakh I divide by 4 lakh. So my financial leverage is going to be 1. Now for plan 2, again 4 lakh I will divide by 3,76,000. So 4 lakh I will divide by 3,76,000. So 1.06 will be my financial leverage. Now again 4 lakh I will divide by 3,73,000. So 4 lakh divided by 3,73,000. So 1.07 will be my financial leverage. Now for plan 4 you have preference share capital, so we will use this formula. So we know the EBIT to be 4 lakhs. So we will write here 4 lakhs. EBT. So the EBT is 4 lakhs. So here we will write 4 lakhs minus the preference dividend. So preference dividend we have 18,000. So here we will write 18,000. 1 minus the tax is 40%, so 0.40. So 4 lakhs. So 18,000 divided by 0.6. So this will be 30,000. So 4 lakhs and 4 lakh minus 30. So this will be 3,70,000. So 4 lakh divided by 3,70,000. So 1.08 will be my financial leverage. So I've already discussed this concept, that why we have to take it 1 minus tax. So you can just refer the previous video. So we have got the financial leverage, we have got the earning per share. Now sum is lengthy, it is having a combination of 2 chapters. So you should be aware before appearing for your exams. So we will meet in the next lecture. Thank you.